Oasis Audio presents Dark Shadows, Return to Collinwood by Kathryn Leigh Scott and Jim Pierson. Read for you by the author, Kathryn Leigh Scott.
Forward. A Vampire Reflects by Jonathan Frid. Read for you by David Selby. I never thought when Dark Shadows went off the air in April of 1971 that the series would find renewed life through reruns and through the continued interest of the loyal fans. I have done much interesting work since, but none that has reached out to so many. Looking back at the experience of creating each half-hour episode on a daily basis, I have been astonished at the quality of the series as a whole, the many episodes which are well written and well played, notwithstanding the challenges the actors and the writers shared. The 1795 storyline, which revealed the origins of Barnabas, in particular stands out in my mind as Dark Shadows at its best, combining suspense, romance, and tragedy. I am proud to have been a part of the original Dark Shadows, which has long provided viewing pleasure to many, countless people.
"50 Years of Dark Shadows and Beyond." During my time as a radio-TV film major at Texas Christian University in the mid-1980s, I was introduced to Dark Shadows creator Dan Curtis during a summer vacation in Los Angeles when I happened to meet Bob Cobert, the composer of Dark Shadows music. Although I had not been one of the millions of kids who ran home from school to watch Dark Shadows during its original ABC airings from 1966 to 1971, I had discovered the show in reruns while serving as an intern at the NBC affiliate in my native Fort Worth, Texas. Tapping into my minor in marketing, I discussed some ideas with Curtis and his associates on potential new projects pertaining to the Dark Shadows property. Curtis was immersed in post-production on his monumental miniseries War and Remembrance, the highly acclaimed sequel to The Winds of War. Although expressing interest, he informed me that Dark Shadows would need to take a backseat to his all-consuming current work. He cryptically indicated that the time would come to revisit his Gothic serial creation. I began my association with Dark Shadows as the director of the Dark Shadows Festival, coordinating the annual gatherings that served as both cast reunion and fan convention. Usually held in New York and Los Angeles, the desire was for these unique events to also promote Dark Shadows on various PBS stations at the time and to generate professional media coverage for the show as a baby boomer classic. In late 1989, I reconnected with Curtis to begin the launch of Dark Shadows on home video. This would ultimately involve pulling together elements for all 1,225 episodes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?